that one went to a shootout. Meanwhile, at the other end, the story really of the season for Mankato, Abigail Levy has been fantastic, or Levy rather, has been fantastic this year. And, you know, it's remarkable how so many goaltenders can come in and compete at this level because you're not exposed to the shooters that you see in the WCHA coming up through the high school ranks and the prep schools. Right,
but I mean, she did play for the Shattuck St. Mary's School, and they definitely have a ton of good competition on that team. But I mean, the biggest thing that Coach John Harrington said was, you know, she just came in and was just ready for anything, and that was the biggest thing. And Shattuck prepared her for that, and she's been so great for this Maverick team. And for them to make a playoff run here, she's going to need to be as good, if not better.
Yeah, the thing about it is, he said he was kind of worried because you're right, Shattuck has so much talent. Here's a chance, backhander, floated over the top of the stat, also in there. And finally, the Huskies settle things down. So the Mavericks, despite not scoring a goal in the first period of any WCHA game yet this season, they're getting some good looks early here, Julie.
Right, and John Harrington had talked about the biggest key for his team today was the net front presence, not only in the offensive zone but in the defensive zone, clearing sticks and bodies out in front. But they showed right there in front of Emma Paluzny that they're not afraid to get in front of her and get in the blue paint.
Paluzny sets it up in behind. And now the Mavericks hold it in at the line momentarily, but then Olekainen knocked it out to the neutral zone. Then it's pushed back into the St. Cloud zone. Geyer feeds it up the far side. It deflects, goes into the bench.
The defenseman of Mankato, 1-0 Huskies.
It's not too often you score from behind the goal line, but Kluge will get credit for that one. And it'll be her third goal of the season. And the Huskies get the early lead, something that Coach Eric Rude wanted his team to come out here and dictate the pace to Mankato. They weathered the early storm from the Mavericks, and now they get a bit of a break, but, you know, you take them any way you can.
And it's hard to come to practice when you know that you're having an off weekend because there's not a lot of motivation of who you're going to play. So Eric Rude wanted to see how the Huskies would come out this weekend, having that last weekend off, and definitely getting on the scoreboard first. He's happy about that.
Fleming's shot goes wide, rebound to the far side. Anthony after it there, centering pass comes right in front, but Olekainen steals and starts back the other way. Feeds on the far side, the Huskies carry it in deep, quick shot, and Levy makes the save, and she'll hold for the faceoff as Kaderka let that one fly. 1-0, St. Cloud State leads it. Kluge, her third of the year. Kayla Friesen and Rachel Herzog pick up the assists. Time of the goal is 8:53. Of course, we all know what he's most known for. The Miracle on Ice team back in 1980. John Baugh Harrington.
And it's really actually ironic, 5 out of the 6 coaches between these two benches I've actually played for, because Harrington was actually a volunteer coach my sophomore year at St. Cloud, and I mean, he was just great. But it's awesome to be back here and just see so many coaches that I've played for and still have the relationships with them.
I don't think there's any other league in the world that can boast 2 members of the '80 Olympic team as coaches. Of course, Mark Johnson at Wisconsin. Says a lot about the level of play in this league, that they'd want to be a part of this and, you know, coach these women. So, you know, it says a lot about the players and the student athletes that, you know, they respect these guys, want to learn from them, and, you know, try to be the best they can be, because, you know, chance for the Mavericks to try and tie this one up. Centering pass comes back to the point, shot blocked in front. Mavericks, though, retain possession. Wilgren feeds it down low into the corner. Along the wall, Boyd drops it off into McLaughlin. Back to Wilgren. Now to Boyd, side of the net, centering pass. Rebound shot goes over the top of the net. Oh, a glorious chance there for the Mavericks. But Paluzny comes up with a big save, and then the rebound attempt was fired wide.
Just trying to get hit by the puck, and luckily for her, that other backside was open off the rebound, but they missed the net wide.
Now loose puck in front, quick shot, Paluzny the save. Rebound controlled by Tristan Truax. Back near the blue line, drops it off. McLaughlin gets the return pass. Fires a low shot wide on the short side. Now McLaughlin comes in front, plays it across, quick shot, saved by Paluzzi as Boyd had that opportunity.
Continue that. They're definitely going to be able to put one past Paluzzi.
Shots now 11-0 in favor of the Mavericks here in this second period. Off the draw, puck comes in front, and it's sent all the way down. And so that will send the Mavericks back down to their own end. Now across the line. Dumped in behind. Mavericks after it there. Boyd with it. In the corner. Plays it around to the far side. McLaughlin puts it back to Boyd. Now back to McLaughlin to Boyd. Brings it back to the blue line. Boyd with some real estate. Drops it off down low. Centering pass. Quick shot. And it's fired wide. Trying to go on the near side was Truax that drifted in from the point position. Now Boyd with it again, drops it off, gets the return pass to Truax. One-timer, pad save by Paluzzi. Rebound controlled by Wilgren. In behind, throwing up the slot. Deflects off a skate, ends up in the corner. McLaughlin picks it up there. Changes spots with Wilgren, now gives to Wilgren. Down low, Boyd centering pass. Broken up that time as Tilke came back down to knock it free. This time St. Cloud doing a better job of keeping the Mavericks to the outside. Head back to the point. Wilgren's shot blocked in front. Follow up by Truax. Hammers that wide, and the rebound will come back out to center with 20 seconds left on this Maverick power. Cloud State nearly 13 minutes in. And now Okers feeds it ahead, out of the reach of Budarak. She'll chase after it, but the Huskies get to it first, clean it ahead, and it was brought back in offside. That could have been far wall. Brooke Bryant, one of the 5 fabulous freshmen that John Harrington has on this team, drives it right back in. Approaching 16 minutes to go here in the third period, all even at a goal apiece. Kluge, the goal scorer for St. Cloud State. Well, Kolstad responded in that second period.
And you had mentioned Bryant, the freshman. She has 4 points in the last 3 games for Mankato. And when we talked to John.
Off the face-off, Mavericks control. And they'll get it out to center. Heinze pays it ahead. Centering pass comes through to the near side. Kolstad tried to give it to McLaughlin.
Big time goals for the Huskies. Third liner gets this team up by 2. Great individual effort by her, and on the power play for the Huskies.
Yeah, to get a power play goal against the Mavericks is an accomplishment. As you've mentioned all afternoon, they came in here with the second best penalty killing unit in the country at over 90%. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's holding your opponent to 9% success ratio on the power play, but the Huskies break through here and now lead by a pair.
Yeah, and on that power play, Patricus is usually hanging out behind the goal line looking for that backdoor pass. This time she ends up driving the net, and the rebound goes right out to Jana Haig, backdoor. She buries it home.
So now the Huskies